welcome to our studio. I'm going to, before your first beginners class, I'm just going to introduce you to the reformer machine so you know how to set it up and some health and safety points before you get here. So this is the machine. At the top of the reformer, we've got what we call the foot bar. This is the platform. The springs are down here. This is the carriage. Sometimes the teachers might say mat, but they mean this section here. Shoulder rests, the pegs, the headrest, and the straps. You've got short straps and long straps. So at the start of any exercise, the instructor might ask you to change the springs. So if you have a look down here, you can see all of the springs are different colours and they loop over these pegs. Now, if they were to say, for example, you want to be on one red spring, you would simply unhook every other spring, so you just have one red spring attached. Now, really important safety point, we can only change these springs if the carriage is all the way in. So I'll demonstrate using this yellow spring. If you come to change the springs and one of the springs look like this, so it's extended, it means that spring is under tension, so it's not safe for us to change it. If that happens, we check all of the reformer and see what is stopping the carriage from coming all the way in. In this case, I can see here that this short loop is over the peg rather than the long loop. So I'm simply going to unhook it, and then you can see here, this spring is no longer under tension, so it's safe for me to change. You may have a teacher that gives you an instruction to have more tension. Now you can do this by looping over the second row of pegs. That will add to the tension, making it stronger. If you need to lower the foot bar for an exercise, come to the top of the reformer, take both hands on the levers and press in. You'll see that there's different options to take it part way down in the middle, or you can come all the way flat at the bottom. The teacher will instruct you what height to take it at, but always make sure that these levers are totally back out before you commence the exercise. Another thing we can do with the reformer is change the distance between the foot bar and your body. So if you have extra long legs, or if you're a little bit shorter, you might want to check that distance. The teacher will guide you, but here's how to change it. We take the hands on these levers, pull out and twist. Make sure you've done both sides. This will then allow this foot bar to move backwards and forwards. Take it to the level that you want it at. Untwist. Always make sure that they're fully locked in before you start your exercise. Another option is to change the height of the headrest. At the moment, this headrest is fully flat. If you want it slightly lifted, you simply lift the back of it, push this underneath and drop it back down. To re-flatten the headrest, lift up, move this section out of the way and lower and make sure it's fully flat. So next I'm going to demonstrate how we would get onto the reformer so that we're in a lying down position, and then we're going to get our hands into the straps. So first of all, take the hands to the foot bar, lower down, and then we're going to come onto our side. So make sure that the head comes in between the shoulder rests. Make sure you've got enough space for the body. Once the head is down, you can turn the body round so that you are lying down. You can bring the toes just up onto that foot bar, and then we're going to get the hands into the straps. So we're going to reach behind us. The straps are always hooked over these pegs, so we will take them off and just pop the hands through the loops. Now your teacher will either say long loops, short loops, or they might call them straps. This one is the long one, this one is the shorter one. So depending on what exercise you're doing will depend on what they say. Once the hands are through the straps, we're not holding onto them and gripping, we're just looping those straps across the palms. I'm going to show you how to get your feet into the straps. So first of all, bring the feet onto the foot bar, balls of the feet onto it, extend both legs out, and then bend the right knee in. Take the loop off the peg, take hold of it at the very end of the loop, and that should give you space to safely hook that long strap over the right foot. From here, we'll let go of the rope and then press into that loop so we can extend the right leg. That will allow us to bend the left knee in. Take that left hand loop off the peg, take hold of the end so that we have enough space to loop it over the foot and extend the leg. Do I need to come back? If ever you come to use your straps and you notice they're not aligned, so one feels slightly longer than the other, you must mention this to your teacher and they can change them for you. Here's how. You can see here that this strap is much, much longer than this strap. That's going to mean that all of my exercises are uneven. To adjust, make sure that you're not on the carriage and that it's not under tension. So release both straps so that they're loose. Make sure that the long loops are on the pegs and then pull the rope towards you until you see that there is tension. Same on the other side. Pull that rope, let it take the tension. These will grip as soon as we start to pull. Now, when I lift them, they're even. Did that make sense?